Hello, crafty peeps. Welcome back to my channel, Crafty-ish Kristen. Today, I have a WIP and Chatty rant for you. What is a WIP and Chatty rant, you might be asking? WIP, W-I-P, stands for work in progress, and a Chatty rant is me chatting and ranting about the goings-on of the last week. So my current WIP is a brand new one. It is Oh Kitten Tree. Randall Spangler, Diamond Art Club. This boy is massive. It is 70 centimeters by 70 centimeters, and it is going to be interesting to work on because I am used to putting on the narrow edge onto my easel, but there is no narrow edge because it's a 70 centimeter square. So yeah, this one will be a little tricky, but it's gonna look super cute when I am done. So that is what I am working on, and I am using my Diamond Art Club pen with my 6-place multi-placer with glue dots on both ends. This one is brand new, so could be interesting. I have a Amazon pen for ABs. I have my Kitting Up Kitten pink tray. I have my Calb Sparkles release papers. Unfortunately, I have not gotten my latest order yet in the mail. Hopefully by next week, I will have the adorable Christmas kitty papers that I can put all over my canvas because, you know, what's the point of having a Christmas canvas if you don't got Christmas release papers? So we're gonna there's a few ABs on this one. We're gonna jump right in. Before we get started, if you would not mind hitting the like button. If you don't like it, you can always unlike. I won't tell. And if you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing. I just hit 200 subscribers, which is super exciting because I think I've only had my channel for 2 months. So yay, go me, and go you guys, because you guys rock. So this pen has, I don't know if you can see it. Oh my gosh. Nope, can't focus. Well, nope, fail. This pen has a really old glue strip in it. And I have put, there's a lot of AB coating on it, but it doesn't stick to the ABs now. So I just keep kind of like stabbing at it and sticking my scissors in it to kind of cut it up a little bit once it kind of starts not sticking. The multi-placer end is definitely running out of sticky, but the single placer, I just kind of keep pulling it out and, you know, turning it around, and it seems to be going okay. I'm going to let that ride as long as humanly possible because it actually makes putting ABs on the canvas actually manageable. And after it's electric, I'm still a little emotionally scarred from ABs because that was a crap ton of ABs. And my nails look a little atrocious right now. I ordered some nail wrap stickers. I ordered them from Lily and Fox. They just arrived today, so I'm going to attempt to put those on my nails today. Hopefully it goes well. Send thoughts and prayers. It's going to look like a mess, I'm sure, but I think you just have to keep practicing it. So on my next cross-stitch conversion WIP, I will hopefully have them on. I did not do that video last week or even really work on it at all because my husband and I went somewhere without children. It's a Christmas miracle, let me tell you. Well, we always are supposed to go this particular weekend. And they have it's called the 30 Miles of Junque. And so one of the little ocean towns, it's like the weekend where everyone has garage sales, basically. And we have been going for about 6 years now. we go down there, and at first we just went by ourselves, and then some friends of ours wanted to go, and then we kind of made it a couples weekend. But there were some hiccups this year. They have adult children, and they were expecting a grandbaby. So it was kind of back and forth. We weren't really sure, and it looked like, you know, the clouds could part and miracles could happen. And then everybody got COVID. So they did not come. So it was just us, which was fine. I mean, you know, if you can't spend time alone with your significant other, you know, you might have big problems. So we went, but it definitely was not as fun because, you know, oh my gosh, I am mangling this. You know, you're used to going with other people and looking at other things, and the sales were honestly very large emphasis on the junk part this year. When they write it, they spell it junk, J-U-N, or not K-U, Q-U-E, you know, to make it look like fancy. Yeah, it was probably the worst year that we've ever gone. And we went during COVID, and there were better sales during COVID than this. So it was a bit of a bummer. So, but we had fun, you know. You don't have to try to go eat out somewhere that kids want to eat, and you're not, you know, worried about like, do you have to go to the bathroom, or you know, I'm bored, I'm this. So it was nice. But I always appreciate my own bed so much more when I've gone somewhere, and then when I come home, I'm like, oh, my bed, my blankets, because I always freak out, because like hotels, right, you know, they have like the sheet on the duvet, like a duvet cover, but you don't know how often they wash them. I mean, you hope they wash them every time, but do they really? So I always try not to let the blankets get anywhere near my face, and I'm like wearing, you know, full body clothes. Yeah. And we, like, I don't know, we must have weird toilets in our house, because my husband is 6'2", 6'3". I don't know. He's tall. And, you know, I'm not tall. So, you know, I'm used to things. But we don't, like, when we buy houses, we always replace the toilets, because it's just kind of a quirk that I'm like, nope, we can buy new toilets. And I guess we just get, like, I don't know if it's taller than normal toilets or if it's like standard size toilets, but I'm always shocked when I go to somebody's house, or like you go to a restaurant or a hotel, and it feels like the toilets are really low, like really, really, really low. And so where we stayed, I felt like I was sitting on the dang floor every time I got on the toilet to go to to pee or anything. It was like, whoa, I felt like I was, you know, practically like falling backwards. And you'd think after, you know, the 4th or 5th time you go to pee, you would remember it, but no, I don't. So every time I went to the bathroom, I was like, tiny toilet. I don't know if the people in any of the rooms next to us appreciated me saying that every time I went to the bathroom, but you know what? I don't care. I don't care. Nope, nope, nobody, nope. We were on our way out of town, and we stopped at a Safeway gas station, because it was kind of like the last main gas station for a while. And usually, like, you know, you put in your club card number so you can redeem any gas points you might have from, you know, buying your groceries, because groceries are so freaking expensive. It's like the only perk of your groceries costing more is that you know, accumulate gas rewards faster, I guess. And so we were in line, and I didn't realize that there's like 2 gas pumps, and the second gas pump was out of order. So we're waiting in line, and I swear these people were like the slowest people ever. And then the lady that's in front of us starts pumping her gas, and she's like typing in a bunch of stuff at the keypad, right? Like, because you have to put in your phone number. It's like, okay. But it looked like she was like typing out a resume or something. Like, we're both looking at her and we're like, what is she doing? Why is she typing so many things into that keypad? I mean, it only asks you for your phone number and maybe your PIN number if you put in your debit card. I was like, I have no idea what she's doing, but she was just over there, just tap, 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 tap. And then it's like, it took her a while. Then she like got the gas thing and she put it in, and then she kept like squeezing it and not squeezing it. And it's like, oh my gosh, I think it took her 20 minutes to pump her gas. And the poor people in the car next to us in the gas pump, like, I don't know, to our left or whatever, they were having a similar situation, but the person that they were behind was an older gentleman, and he started pumping his, car gas, and he was doing a good job. And then he opened up his trunk and he pulled out 5 gas tanks that, and I don't know how, I don't know if I've ever actually filled up a gas tank, but I don't know, maybe they're like, maybe they're like the red gas tanks. They were on the bigger side. And he puts them all on the ground, and I could just see the people in the other car just like mouthing like, oh God. So he pumped his gas, and then he started filling up the gas tanks, and he was like, making sure he didn't overfill them, which is very responsible of him. But he was so slow. I was like, what is with this town? And so finally the lady in front of us, she moved. I pulled the car up. My husband literally jumped out of the car, typed in the phone number, put the gas in. Like, I mean, he was done in, record time. He goes, I don't know what she was typing, because he goes, all it asked me for was my phone number, and that's it. I was like, well, maybe she didn't know her phone number, or maybe there's like some secret club that we're not aware of. I don't know. So yeah, that was like, seriously, like, this is why I go to the Costco gas station, because it just seems so much more efficient than some of these other ones. And I'm always freaked out that there's going to be like a card scammer on some of these gas stations where, like, there isn't an attendant roaming around, because I know some of the ones around us, they are constantly posting in neighborhood Facebook pages like, oh, my card got stolen and I went to the, the blah, blah, blah right off the freeway. And so it's like, no, I know the people at Costco check them like throughout the day. So I will just go there. Then I get my extra Costco points. It's a win. Oh, that did not go. Whoa, what am I doing? It's a win-win for, well, at least for me. Okay, that did not. I am not good at multi-placing horizontally. That's what it is. It's horizontally. And this, of course, this section is like heavily horizontal. Oh, that figures. But I did get to diamond paint when I was at the ocean, and I did not have to try to diamond paint on a wobbly table balanced on a cereal box this time. So that was exciting. But I don't know how people diamond paint flat. I think I'm so used to diamond painting on an easel that trying to sit and work on something flat, I'm like, I can't do it for very long. My neck was just killing me. And I kept sticking my arm in the canvas glue. I'm like, oh, this isn't good. And then, of all the things, like, so I was working on a SpongeBob kit, and it's like a newer kit, and it's small. It's the smallest kit I have. That's why I brought it. And I ran out of a color. And I know that I didn't spill any of that color when I was kitting it up, because I probably would have, there wasn't much of the color to begin with. But it was just a tiny little like bit of color that's on like some of SpongeBob's like holes in his head. That sounds bad, holes in his head, but you know what I mean. So I'm sitting there like, I'm done. This is annoying. I can barely do this because it hurts my neck, and now I ran out of the color. And then I had a little like weird sticky area that was, you know, exposed on my canvas, and I had cut some of the plastic back, and the plastic didn't want to just like stick to that tiny little cluster. I mean, the area was like maybe this green fairy dust. And this one, like that's all big the section was, and the plastic was not wanting to stick to it. I was like, I'm done. I will just wait to diamond paint until I get home. So I don't know if if I go somewhere, am I gonna have to like bring myself a little like travel easel? I don't know. Problem is I push really hard, like really hard. And the easel that I had before this one that my husband so graciously helped modify to my needy specifications, I would be pushing on it, and it would like collapse because it wasn't very sturdy. So I don't know if I can do it. I don't know. Ugh. Excuse me. Yeah, then when, like, was it the day before we left? I was trying to get some stuff ready in the house, and I was walking by the front window, and we live off of it's not like super busy road, but it's busy enough. And it's literally just our driveway. I mean, we don't share a driveway with anyone. And usually when somebody pulls into our driveway, it's a delivery. But this car pulled in our driveway, and I was like, that's weird. And it pulled in, and we kind of have like, it's kind of like a U-shaped horseshoe-ish kind of shaped driveway. Like we have a gate that is electric that we close at night, and then we have like the other entrance to the driveway. We have like a you know, just like a chain link fence gate that's always closed unless, you know, something like a big truck or something is here. And so that's always closed. And so this van like pulls into our driveway. Oh, I ripped that AB right out. And it turns around, and then it just leaves. And I was like, what the heck? Like, it unnerves me when people turn around in my driveway. I don't like it. It makes me feel unsafe because it's like somebody is in my personal space that I don't know. I don't know why you're on my property. Maybe you're just turning around because you're lost. But what makes you think that my private driveway is the place to turn around? There's literally like a gravel pull-off area, like maybe, I don't know, 5 houses down from me, that would be a much more suitable place to pull over and turn around. I don't like it. So, and we have like, you know, signs that say like, you know, no trespassing, you know, we have cameras, etc., etc. So anybody decides to come and mess with my property, I hope they expect that they're gonna get messed with themselves, because somebody's coming on my yard or coming up to my front door with not good intentions. I bite back. So no thank you. No thank you. I am not doing this very straight at all. Yikes. Oh my goodness. I finished Twilight Vibes. I was so excited. If we hadn't left Friday, I could have finished it Friday, because I only had maybe like not even this section size left. But I did not, because I was like, no, I am not packing that up to take with me for, like, no, that seemed like a horrible idea. So I brought the other one. So I was so excited to finish that one, because I was just, I mean, the rounds are fine. Honestly, there was very little trash. And of course, I'm not as picky with the rounds because, you know, I don't want to say I don't care about the round diamonds, but I'm not as picky because I think it looks kind of crooked and weird anyways. because I know that I am impatient, and so I know that I multi-place and I'm not as careful as I should be. but it's done, so that's super exciting. So I gotta do a kit down and all that jazz. And I took some, if I could have finished it by Friday, I could have taken it to Michael's. I had a few that I needed to get dry mounted. One from my mom and 2 other ones, and it would have been awesome if I could have, but I could not make myself finish it before then. Nope. All right. Oh, it looks, oh yeah, no, it looks crooked on camera too. Oh well. At the grocery store yesterday, as I take my mom to the grocery store every week, because she, if you're new, she lives with us, because she is losing her eyesight, and so we bought a house kind of together, and so she lives with us, and so we go to the store every Monday. It's just, that's our routine. And I pulled up and I parked, and I noticed that there were people with, you know, those, you know, petition papers at each entrance. Because first I noticed the one guy and I was like, ugh. Well, then I noticed there was somebody at the other door. So I knew I wasn't going to get away from it. And, you know, I get it. People are passionate and they, you know, they want to make a difference. They want to bring attention to certain things. But I'm with my elderly mom who is not, she can't really see super awesome, and you are basically accosting me like as soon as I walk up near the entrance to the grocery store, and, you know, asked me to sign this thing, and I said, I don't know if I've already signed this or not. Oh, you've signed blah 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 for this, are you sure? You know, can you tell me about it? And I'm like, no. And he's like, well, so then you didn't sign it yet. And it's like, at that point, my brain's like, dude, up yours. Like, don't even. It's like, number one, I don't know you. You need to get out of my personal space. Number two, I'm not giving some random stranger who has a paper that has, you know, some forms on it and a bunch of other people's names and addresses and emails and phone numbers. I ain't giving you my personal information, dude, because I don't know you. You could be the most honest person in the world, but I don't know you. I'm not doing it. And, like, I don't know what these initiatives are. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit there and do some research right then and there as I'm walking into the grocery store, because I'm on a time frame and I'm not going to do it. And so he got a little rude with me, and I was like, no, nope. I don't want to sign something, just blindly sign something, even just forget about the personal information, like, which, you know, I can't, because again, I've had my credit card information stolen twice in the last year. So I'm, you know, I'm a little weary. But what if there's like secret agendas? Oh, my cat's here now. Oh, no. Please don't. You know, what if there's like secret things in there? Like, yes, we want to revoke XYZ tax. But what if there's like a line in there somewhere that says, you know, yes, we're going to revoke this tax, but, you know, for every 10 cents off that this tax does, like 10 kittens have to be murdered. Like, how am I supposed to know that? Like, I don't just want to blindly sign something and have my name be on something that could potentially be damaging. So, no, thank you. I will do my own research. And if I want to sign something, I will sign it. But you're not going to bully me into it, stranger. And I know people, I have friends who do those things, and they are kind of bullying too. So, yeah. People just need to respect the fact that some people don't want to just sign away their name to every little thing. And I even went inside to the grocery store, right? And, you know, we've been going to the same grocery store for 6 years. So, you know, they know us. We're there every day. Or, you know, well, no, not every day. Oh my gosh. I wouldn't be able to afford to go to the grocery store every day. But we're there every week. Some, you know, a lot of times twice a week. And I asked one of my favorite checkout ladies, and I was like, hey, I'm like, dude, that guy out there is a jerk. So is he really allowed to be out there? And so she was going to ask if they're allowed to be out there. And they were still out there when we left. So I'm guessing it's okay, but I don't like it. I mean, okay, nobody come for me, but I also kind of don't like the fact that like the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts and those people also hang outside the grocery stores. I get it. They have to do it because, you know, they have to raise the money for the organizations. Totally understand. But I am the kind of person who they probably want to see because I'm the one who's going to feel guilty if I say no. Because they're little puppy dog eyes and yeah, I'm going to be the one that buys like I don't even know how much the tins of popcorn for the Boy Scouts are now, but they were expensive when my kid was doing it, so, ugh. And the stuff that I bought was not even good. It was stale. Maybe it's not always stale. Maybe I just got a bad batch, but, so. And I mean, the Girl Scouts don't even freaking get the majority of the money that they sell those cookies for, which is just maddening. I try, because like I really don't, you know, let's be real. I don't really need the cookies. And I don't know, sometimes they're just not as good, I don't think, as they used to be. So I'll just, like, a lot of times I will just donate money. Like, I don't need cookies, like, but, you know, here's a donation. And, or if they have, like, the, you know, buy cookies and send them overseas to the troops, I will do that. But I just, yeah, no, I always feel bad when, because I know they're out there, like, you know, they're taking their time and it's like they're little pimps almost. It's just, it's sad. Well, I guess they're not the pimps. I guess they would be the ones being pimped. Yeah. Probably should not reference Girl Scouts and pimps in the same sentence. Jeez, dude. YouTube is going to flag me. Woo. Let's find a different topic. Different topic, Kristen. Different topic. Oh, so. I don't know if it's a happier topic. Oh, I guess it kind of is. We were getting ready for school yesterday, and all of a sudden, I'm sitting at the dining room table, drinking my coffee, and I hear it. And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" Oh, a bird had hit the window by the dining room table. It just flew into the window, and we kind of get that a lot because we have windows that they're kind of big, but if the birds are flying at just the right angle, they can see through that window, and then they can kind of see through our front window. So I think they just kind of assume that it's all open and they can just, you know, fly through the house, but they can't because there's glass there. And so this bird just smacked himself silly. And one of the cats was sitting in the windowsill. He was very interested in what this bird was doing and why it was twitching on the ground outside the window. And so naturally my daughter was like, "Oh my gosh, that bird, she's freaking out. And I'm like, it didn't look like it was moving. And so I was kind of like, she's like, "We need to go out there and save it." I'm like, I don't know if we should go out there, because if we went out there and that bird was dead, that would not be a good start to the school day. So I said, let's let Dad look at it. Now, Dad was in the bathroom, you know, and he's like, seriously, why does everyone have to, start crap as soon as I go to the bathroom? I was like, well, I did not encourage the bird to slam into the window. That's not my fault. But, so he put some gloves on. She wanted to go out there with him, and I was like, no, let's let Dad check on it. Because I figured if, you know, something was wrong, you know, he could say that the bird was fine and say that he'd let it, you know, it flew away. But, so sitting there, and, you know, I'm trying to calm my sweet little princess down because she's, you know, she loves animals. She's the animal lover. She would hug and kiss on almost any animal probably. And he comes in the back door and he's got his gloves on and he's holding the damn bird. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why is that bird inside the house? So she was excited. Apparently the bird had just gotten stunned. So he came to, and my husband was luckily holding his wings. But she wanted him to let the bird go and, you know, flap his wings and explore the house. And I was like, oh, hell no. We're not a bird sanctuary. Now, I'm sure my cats who were watching this, I'm sure they would have loved that. One is an epic fly hunter. I don't know if he would actually know what to do with a bird, but I didn't really want to find out either. So he let the kids touch the potentially skanky, disease-infested bird. And then I promptly made them wash their hands, and he put it in the front yard, and apparently it flew away. So that was great. I was very worried that we were going to have a traumatic start to the day, but it was a crisis-averted moment. Mr. Bird lived, well, or if he didn't live, he didn't die in front of us, so I'm calling it a win. I am calling that a win. Okay, I just realized I'm making sure I'm actually doing the right symbol, doing the anchors. Because normally I am just watching crime shows and I'm not talking. So I've been following this one YouTube channel. I just subscribed, I don't know, probably less than a month ago, but I have been like binge watching her videos, and her name is Stephanie Harlow, and it's like true crime, and she does like these deep dives into, you know, true crime and unsolved cases and stuff like that. But it was really creepy because I clicked on a newer video and they were talking about this girl, and her name was, oh my gosh, what was her name? I think it was like Misty Copsey or something like that. But she was from Washington, and she disappeared after she went to the Puyallup Fair with a friend. And, well, it was called the Puyallup Fair. Now it's not called the Puyallup Fair. Now it's, whoopsie, now it's called the Washington State Fair. But it was kind of creepy because, like, you know, it was she disappeared in September, and the Washington State Fair is going on right now. And I've been getting ads for the fair, you know, on YouTube. And so it was really creepy because I'm watching this and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so like sad and tragic. And then every single ad break, I was getting things, encouraging me to go to the Washington State Fair. I'm like, oh, hell no. I mean, she didn't disappear from the fair. She didn't have a ride home, and they don't know what happened to her after she left the fair. So technically it's not the fair's fault, but, you know, people are saying like, oh no, your devices aren't listening to you. They're not watching you. It's like, yeah, kind of makes me feel like they are. Just a little bit. I really like her channel. So I always like finding new channels to watch. And I don't know how long she's had her channel for, like at least over 3 years, because I've watched videos that are 3 years old. So there's lots of content to catch up on, which I appreciate. Because I will just literally just start going backwards on somebody's YouTube channel and be like, watch. And there's like some of them, I think there was one series, it had like 5 parts. And each video was almost an hour long. Excuse you. Oh my gosh. You are naughty. Sorry, my cat he's behind my easel. Seriously. You, get. Oh my gosh. No. Go. Oh my gosh. Go. I can't reach him. Oh. Nope. there he goes. Don't you scratch me. Cat shame right there. Get down, you little poop. Oh my gosh. Seriously. Come on. Ow. Yep. Okay. That was a nice little bumpy detour right there. Now I don't even know where I was. I swear they wait for me to be doing something to be extra naughty. Well, the one cat, the one that just jumped up here, he normally is not the one who tries to get on my work desk, but he's mad at me because he keeps getting on top of the bookcase that the TV is mounted above, and we have the little like spiky things. Here, I will pull one out, and they're supposed to deter pets. They're like this. They have like little spike things. See? You're supposed to put them on things, and it's supposed to deter your pets or, you know, wild animals from going in those places. But it doesn't deter him. He just steps right on the dumb things. And right before we left, he was getting on top of the bookcase that the TV is mounted above, and he was laying on the cable box, and I'm like, okay, that would be okay, but then he decided he was going to start scratching at the vent holes on the top of the cable box. And I don't know if he could, like, you know, electrocute himself that way. I don't really want to find out, because then, you know, I'm going to have a roasty toasty dead cat on top of my cable box. And if we were not home and he did it, I didn't want my mom to have to deal with, you know, looking for the dead electrocuted cat. Like, seriously, cat, can you just not be a little turd nugget? Apparently no. Ugh. Oh my goodness. I don't know how people have like a house full of animals. I would literally go insane, because the two I have drive me up the wall. Okay. Let's get all Mr. Anchor done. Anchor's away. Come on. Ooh. I am at a really weird angle, so it doesn't look graceful. That's, I swear, I can diamond paint a little bit straighter normally, but ooh, this is a mess. It's fine. Totally fine. Oh, I'm making a mess. Spilling all over. Yep. But you can't see that, so haha. I left for school the other day. I'm driving down the road and I see this van. And you know when you see something and it kind of just leaves you with like more questions than answers? That was how I felt at that moment, because it was a van and it was a pet grooming van. It was a mobile pet grooming van, and you know, like, they come to you, they groom your animal, I guess, at your house. I don't think they would try to groom an animal while the van is moving, hopefully, but it said mobile grooming exclusively for cats. And I guess I just kind of have questions, because, and maybe, you know, I've never had a cat that had to be groomed, so I don't quite understand cat grooming in general. And most of my cats would never tolerate a stranger bathing them or touching them in, you know, like areas like their nails or shaving their butts. I don't really know. So I don't really know what cat grooming entails. But I feel like it could be a disaster. So the fact that it's a mobile grooming van for cats only, I was like, I don't know. Okay, I cannot get this in there. Oh my gosh. Come on, get it together. Get it together. When I was at Michael's, I was dropping off my stuff to be dry mounted, and I wanted to look around because I know they have some, they have their own brand of diamond paintings now, but I know people have said that they think they're diamond dots. I think I've done a diamond dots. I don't really know. And so they were Halloween ones, and I really wanted, because I had seen one online, and it was like a skull. It wasn't like overly Halloween-ish, but it was like kind of like dark and, you know, kind of spooky, but not like, you could have done it for just not Halloween. You just, somebody likes skulls and stuff. But of course they didn't have that one. They only had like this like witch one, and so, but I had to like go around the entire dang store in order to find them, only to look, and they were like right by the checkout. But the lady said no, those sold out super fast. I was like, well, that's a bummer. They had some Christmas ones, but they were just kind of like, I don't know if I'm going to want to do a Christmas painting after I do this one, because this one's going to take a while. So yeah, I really wanted the skull one. But then I looked at them and I was like, oh, I think these are all round paintings. So, I probably would have second guessed doing it, just because the rounds are a bit trickier for me. But that was kind of a bummer. I thought Michael's used to have Diamond Art Club, but maybe I'm wrong. I know Joann's did, because that's where I bought my first Diamond Art Club. I bought Abstract Cat. And it was exciting because, you know, you can use a coupon. So that was nice. That was a nice little treat. So yeah, no Halloween Michael's diamond paintings for me. And I lived. Yeah, I didn't buy anything at Michael's. I was really proud of myself. Although, I mean, I don't need anything. You know, I think most people who craft probably don't need anything. We just want. I'm gonna have to straighten up that area when my phone is not directly in front of my face, because it's looking rough. Very, very rough. Let's see. And then I read this one thing that made me really sad. It was that whoever had purchased Alex Trebek's home tore it down. Which, you know, I know people are buying, you know, these houses that celebrities owned, and then they, you know, they just want it for the land. They don't care about it, but it just seems so sad. Like, they did the same thing with Betty White's house. They sold it, and the person just instantly bulldozed it. I mean, it seems sad because there are so many people out there whose houses are probably like super outdated and really need some love. You know, like they could really use a nice home remodel, but maybe can't afford it. And then there's people literally bulldozing houses that are completely livable. And like the Alex Trebek one, like his house was nice too. And he even remodeled most of it himself. But people are just out there just like plowing down perfectly good homes because they want, you know, a more modern, fancy house. I mean, imagine paying $6 million for Alex Trebek's house. And I don't even think it has an acre of land. Only to just completely flatten the house, right? And now you're going to be paying to build a brand new house on top of it. Like, it just seems bananas to me. But I also don't have a ton of, like, disposable income. So maybe, you know, maybe that's my bad. I don't know. The thought of, like, I don't know. The Betty White house really hit hard, though. Because I was like, oh, seriously? Like, I hope you, like, took some of the stuff out of it. Or, you know, tried, you know, selling it or donating it or something. But, you know. I will never be living in California or in Hollywood. I will never be buying a celebrity's home because I ain't about that life. I just want to be able to pay my bills, maybe put some money away for retirement, you know, not go broke buying groceries, be able to pay to, you know, drive my car. Simple things, right? Simple things. Oh my gosh, those are like overhanging like you would not believe. Let's see. All right, I think this is, oh my gosh, that looks so bad. Nope, nope. Oh my gosh. All right, that's my last little strip, and then I am good for today. Oh, I don't even know where those went. Oh my gosh. Yep. These are a mess. A little rusty with squares since I did that round diamond painting. I feel like I'm, okay, that one has a piece of trash or something. I feel like I'm relearning how to put them down all over again. That is the one nice thing about rounds, is that there's no up or down. You literally can just shove it in there however. Squares, you gotta have a little bit more control. So, oops. And of course, I'm dropping them all over. Fantabulous. All right, well, I will clean that up off camera. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me while I work on my Oh Kitten tree. I will sing the song just for you, Penny. Oh kitten tree, how beautiful your whiskers are. Again, if you have not liked or subscribed and you made it this far and you still have not, seriously, just do it. You know you want to. It's great fun here. Well, or if it's not fun, at least you can, you know, make fun of me. It's fun. I don't mind it. And I will be logging off for now. Until next time, big awkward hugs, everybody. Bye, guys.